World of Warcraft truly is bringing some insane amount of content and new ideas into their game. And not only new ideas, but also ideas from another games. As of course, the roller beetle from Guild Wars 2 seems to be making ways into World of Warcraft as well. We're gonna talk about all the things that WoW are actually bringing, as well as housing and many other things about Classic and retail. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live. And let's get into it. First, let's talk about retail. As you can see here, and this was leaked in, of course, the direct from World of Warcraft. You can go check it out yourself. They explain everything in way of a better, not better, but more exciting way that I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna summarize everything, but I'll leave the link in the description down below so you can go check it out. But of course, the first thing we're gonna get is the new content, Siren Isle. This will end the first patch's storylines like the Kirin Tors and other ones as well. It's gonna be a huge new zone for you to explore until the next patch. This is gonna be coming out very soon in late November. And we're gonna get also Thunderstorm coming back with more rewards and easier way to get them as well. Wintervale is gonna get new stuff, and the Turbulent Timeways event also will have new ways of experiencing this content. And we're also gonna get new novellas explaining what happened in the world within and more information about them, narrated by the god himself, Chris Metzen. So that sounds like a very good audiobook to me. It's gonna have to be competing with the Stormlight Archives 5th book coming in December 2, but hey, maybe I'll have a bit of time left to read or hear these ones as well. They also talk about the next patch, which indeed will have the city Undermine. It's a goblin city, as you can see here. Unlike anything we've seen before, very big, very interesting. It seems very fun. And with this, obviously, we're gonna get the customizable type of cart. Essentially, it sounds like a Mario Kart car that you can change the wheels to get more drift. You can change X thing to make it go faster, and it seems to play out kind of like the roller beetle in Guild Wars 2. Of course, the roller beetle works a little bit different. You can't really customize it, but you have the drifting, you have the speed of it, you have certain buttons to make it go faster, to replenish your vigor, to go to get your boost again. You can do tricks and all this other stuff. So obviously they seem like being a bit inspired into this, considering the fact that obviously their dragon flying was heavily inspired by the Sky Skill and the Griffon from Guild Wars 2. It seems way more interesting though, and I'm saying this when having, really liking the Griffon way better than the version that they have in WoW with dragon flying. But the customizable parts of this seems very fun, very interesting, and I hope it plays as well as something like the roller beetle and, well, in some ways the dragon flying does. They're also getting a new dungeon in this patch as well. Season 2 coming back with the Model Road, which is obviously a goblin dungeon, and we're also getting some new dungeons for Season 2. This is going to be around probably January or February. We don't really know exactly. Also a new arena for PvPers. You can see the whole roadmap right here again. New content, Siren's Isle, happening more or less now, while also getting right now the anniversary event with new skins, new revamps, new wall bosses, well, old wall bosses from Classic into the retail game. So if you want to go check that out, go play right now. Of course, might be a good way to start getting into the next content that we're going to get very soon. Now, of course, obviously Undermine patch coming in around January or February. Then in the spring, some new content as well. Horrific Visions Revisited, new content Nightfall, Children's Week update, Story and Quest, and new content and system updates. Turbulent Timeways, again, the same ones we're getting right here. And then summer, new world event, new dungeon, new raid, new open world challenges, warband updates, Brewfests updates, season rewards refresh, season 3, this is in summer. Expansion reveal for Midnight, which should be this year if I'm not incorrect, probably here on winter because we can't really see anything here. New content and new systems in autumn, 21st anniversary, story and quest, new content and system updates on autumn, and then on winter, as I said, probably the new expansion with, well, a lot of interesting things that we don't know about. And of course, with the new expansion, the new housing system that WoW is doing. This is going to have to compete with a lot of very good things, very important things in other games. Guild Wars 2 just got the homesteads. ESO has a very good housing system. Final Fantasy has a very housing system. They have a lot of competition here, and they really didn't do a good job back in Warlords of Draenor, so they're gonna have to really go in here and put their maximum effort on it, so we can, you know, get a good system in that is very meaningful. Now, I really like already in the background you can see weapons that are very important in the game. The shield, I forget the one is from Burning Crusade, I'm pretty sure. Kel Lalar from Wrath of the Lich King, certain other weapons. The Head of Onyxia, some toys, everything to show off what you have acquired throughout the years, which I think is super cool. And honestly, I'm not really a completion. I used to be a very big completionist in WoW. It might happen again. I'm not gonna lie. I might come back and absolutely destroy my time collecting every skin in this game just to put them in my home. We'll definitely have to see, but yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna check out this new expansion when it comes out. Now, for WoW Classic, we're also getting a good amount of stuff as well. We're getting Season of Discovery again from start till the end with all the faces that we already knew, but this time with more content and every one of the runes ready to go. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one plays out. Season of Discovery was very fun when it came out. Will it be as fun when it actually is all released at the same time? I think so, because a lot of the problems they had is just that it felt like a little bit like too little for the amount of time that you actually spent, and it felt like you were like racing all the time trying to get to the next thing. And I think when you're putting all the phases together, when you can farm some of the raids but not go too hard on them and just do them if you want to get better gear in between levels and there's all this other stuff, I think it might actually be very interesting. We'll definitely have to see how they make it, how it's gonna work out, but I'm interested to see, and I might actually play it myself. And as I said before, we're also getting new content in this Season of Discovery. We're gonna get Scarlet Crusade, for example, and many other things. So super cool. Cataclysm Classic is also still going in there. We're gonna get a Mist of Pandaria next. They actually talked a lot about that. They showed us a bit of the trailer for it. I'm not really interested in that, but some people really have a lot of nostalgia for Mr. Pandaria, so I get it. And we will also get a new WoW Classic re-release coming in actually next week on the 21st. I think that's next week. Yeah, I think it is the 21st. And this will mean that we're gonna get a hardcore servers for that as well. The entirety of the game mode of the all phases are gonna go in there in those servers as well, from the phase 1 to the last phase of Classic. And these characters that you level up in there, whether they are, will go into Burning Crusade. So if you want a new fresh way of experiencing Classic, this is gonna be the way to go. Although they will have some changes in terms of quality of life. We're gonna have the chronoplacer for wall buffs. We're gonna have the new PvP honor ranking system in this new servers, and also GDKP will be banned, which is something that is very controversial. I'm really interested to see what people are gonna say and how it's gonna end up going. Other people complained that when that got banned in Classic. It's going to be interesting to see how the community manages this on a new, fresh type of server. So it's going to be interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on that, and I'm not sure if it's going to be good. I'm on 50-50 on this one, but well, at least we're going to know whether GDKP is good or bad after this is over. But there you go. That's about it. Everything we're getting, and I think it's very exciting. I think it's very hard to compete to WoW right now. I'm a Guild Wars 2 fanboy, I am, but Jesus Christ, this amount of content, this amount of things that are happening, it's hard not to play this game. I actually might have to come back and try it again. Therefore, go try it yourself. Tell me what you guys think, and subscribe to the channel. Go to my Twitch to watch me live, and we can talk about all these things. And there you go. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye-bye.